If you're self-focused, you're always going to be miserable because you're always going to be thinking about what I can get out of this situation. How does it benefit me? If you're self-focused, you're always going to lose self-confidence because it's a losing game. When you learn to express your unique value to the world and get out of self-focus, when you make it your mission to express value, to bring that thing, that service that is unique to you, to your people, to the world, that's when you feel real fulfillment, because you're bringing a value that cannot be replicated by anyone. That's your unique blueprint. That's your value. That is your gift to the world. You are the gift. So give yourself as that gift, and that is where you will be fulfilled. Not in what you can get, but what you can give. That's how you create the world that you want to live in, by being the change that you wish to see, by giving yourself freely, and see how the world reflects that giving, that gift back to you. So it's not in the taking, it's not in the self-service, it's not in the self-focus tendencies, but it is in the service. It's in the service that your life will unfold. Abundance will flow. Love will come to you from every direction, from known and unknown sources. A very important lesson, the most important woman in my world taught me, is that you have to nurture that feminine aspect within you, the ability to receive, which is not the ability of getting or taking or self-focus, but the ability to receive by radiating, by giving. So it's a balance of the masculine and feminine energy within each of us, whether you're male or female, man or woman. The principle is the same for everyone. Act out of service and you will receive. Give value and you receive value. Give love and you receive love. A self-serving individual will be someone who would be waiting to get before they would give. I'm not going to give love until I receive it. That's not how it works. Your world is a mirror. That's secondary. You are primary. You are the source. So as the creator, as the source, what you put out, you receive. So if you are self-focused and you're waiting to receive without adding value in this world, without valuing yourself, because if you don't value yourself, you will never give from the heart, because you don't believe that you have anything of value to give, because you're not self-valuing. So learn to love yourself, because you do deserve love. And in that love, you will give love. You will radiate love. That's the feminine. You will radiate love, and you become magnetic to love. Because you're radiating love, you magnetize it. And when you give love to others from the masculine, so you do service, you do good deeds for others, you are doing good deeds for yourself. Because remember, the external and everyone else is a reflection of you, a reflection of the God within. When you give value, give service, give love to those, it naturally comes back to you. And you never have to worry about the source of when or where it's coming back to you, from whom. But just know that it's always coming back to you. And same is so for self-serving behavior. If you are self-serving, then you will become naturally restricted in your ability to experience abundance, and you will be in a survival state or fight or flight state, and you will be trying to take. You will be struggling. You'll be working harder than you need to. You'll be in conflict with yourself and others, because it's a mirror. When you're in conflict with yourself, which is self-serving, because self-service or self-interest is usually someone who is in self-conflict, because you're not valuing yourself enough that you would give yourself to others, as in give your value, give your service. Your unique blueprint has something very special, a gift for the world. And if you don't give that, you don't receive your blessings. So you have to learn to give and you have to learn to receive. And I would recommend maybe starting to learn to receive first, because that's self-love, because that's saying, I deserve love, I deserve to receive. And when you know that you deserve to receive, you will naturally want to give. That's the masculine, to give. So then you will give love without waiting for repayment for that, without wondering whether you're going to receive, because it's a given. If you give, you will always receive. If you give from the heart. And then a key component of that is living in the heart. Always making your decisions from the heart, not always in the head, because that will lead us astray. And never from fear or resentment or anxiety. Always return to the center, because that's where we come from, that little space in the heart, the sacred space of the heart. Look up Drunvalo Melchizedek, and he talks about this extensively, about living in the heart, the sacred space of the heart. And also Neville Goddard talks about this. If you want to create, manifest, or bring about something, you have to create it from the heart. You have to feel it. You have to be it. You have to know that it's already come about. So if you know that it's already come about, then you're not going to be sitting around waiting. You're going to be living in abundance now. Someone who lives in abundance now is naturally loving, naturally giving, isn't egoic, isn't triggered by what other people say or do, but just stands in that sacred space of the heart and knows that everything is done and everything is perfect. So it's not self-service or service to self. That's not the way. It's a life of open-hearted service. I know a lot of you are thinking, oh, but if I live like that, I'll be taken for granted. I'll be a pushover or a people pleaser. No, it's not about being a people pleaser or a pushover, because you still maintain your boundaries. If people are taking advantage of you, that's an indicator that there's something within you that you're not seeing, that you are not loving yourself completely. If someone is trying to take advantage of you, then you will uphold your boundaries and you will take your love elsewhere. So it's not about being a people pleaser. It's about loving yourself, letting go of resentment, forgiving others for the mistakes that they've made. They may have hurt you, but you have to forgive them for you, because resentment held within you is going to cause illness, disease. So you have to work on getting into the heart and forgiving everyone, including yourself, most especially yourself, because often yourself is the most difficult one to forgive. Nobody is perfect. You are not perfect, and you're not meant to be. And you deserve love whether or not you've made mistakes. And we've all made mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. I continue to make mistakes daily. But you know what? I still deserve love. And when I know that I deserve love, I naturally want to give, because if I know I deserve it, then I know it's there. It's available. I have it. Because we create it from within, from the heart first. And we radiate it out in the feminine energy. And we receive it in the feminine. And we give it in the masculine. Yeah? So we have to balance all of those energies within us. This isn't about being a man or a woman. This is just universal. Obviously there's ratios or preferences among different people, men and women. It varies. Some men are more feminine, some more masculine. Some women are more masculine and some are feminine. It's just the way it goes. But you have to find where it fits for you. Your authenticity has to shine forward from your heart. And you have to express yourself from that. And that's where your abundance is. And if you're too far in either energy and you're not incorporating or integrating the other aspects. So if you're too far in the masculine, you're all in action and doing, but there's no feminine, there's no receiving, you're not receiving. So you have to work really hard, and maybe your direction is maybe a little bit off because it's too ego focused and not heart focused. The heart is feminine. So if you're a masculine, you incorporate the feminine energy, then you're more in your heart. And you're going to act out of love and not just objective based. This is very important. That's why men and women need each other, because in the extreme polarities we become way off balance. If you're too much in the feminine energy, you will have no direction. You will be pulled in every direction, but you won't have like a solid container for your energy, and you will feel maybe unsafe and out of touch with reality. So, and then the masculine, the extremes of that, as I said earlier, become too goal focused, too cold, not in the heart, too much in the head. So balancing those two, that's why men and women need each other, so that we balance, we learn together how to balance those energies. Because they're polarizing energies of masculine and feminine, we bring them together. If you think of the yin and yang symbol, you have the two sides, which is the masculine and feminine, and you got the dot, which is the aspect of each other in the dot, which is integration. So when you integrate the two aspects within yourself, you become balanced and you become a master manifester. And it all comes from the heart. You have to connect with the heart. You have to bring the mind down into the heart and bring them into union. And then it goes deeper into sacred geometry. Merkaba fields, Drumvalo, Melchizedek goes into that. Very interesting. I'm diving into that myself right now. But that's the video for today, guys. Remember, just be in the heart as much as you can. Just practice getting down into the heart. Visualize yourself sinking down into your heart space and just sitting there, and be very transformational. See you later, guys.